You guys want coffee?
Sure.
Yeah. Ah. She's from Texas, I can tell. We made it. That's good. We made it.
Isn't that wonderful?
What's happening these days? Long time no see.
We're coming for a visit.
Good.
I got some food here that Tony probably wants to have right away.
Good day for it.
Ready? There's these buns.
Oh.
And these buns.
Whoa.
And these chips. And
Whoa.
these chips.
Yeah. It's gonna be a party.
And this cheese.
Oh.
And this bologna.
Wow.
That's enough, right?
Wow.
Well, what's going on here?
There's a filter there, yeah. Ooh.
Nice. This is nice.
I actually did overfill it.
It's a top-notch house.
You just got the light on and everything.
It's got the green throwing up there.
Got the air filter going. It's all good.
Oh. I gotta have to take this.
This is a good invention too.
What's that for?
Rechargeable. But I mean, it just lasts forever and you don't have to.
Oh, for lighting the fuel. Gas.
For lighting the propane.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's good, yeah.
oh, here's the living room now.
Yeah, I finished the drywall finally. Switched the light out.
Me on the door here.
I didn't want to do the guitar, I got the guitar. This is going to get the musician. There you go. That's tobacco. What's in here? That's tea.
That's tobacco.
That's what they came up real quick for some reason. Yeah, all kind of shit over there. You know. You don't need need a plate or something, or
Yeah.
sandwich?
I don't need one right now.
Yeah, it works good. Except when they're all them on, it takes about 90 watts.
Very nice. It looks so much smaller in real life.
They say you don't need them until they sprout. Once they're sprouted, you should have. You don't need it because the window's there. But I like when there's extra power during the day. I like to use it.
How come you have a towel there? Oh, that's your drying towel.
Yeah, that's a little air. Oh, it's rustic. It's unique, one of a kind.
Pretty good job.
It's pretty good. It's good for my first time.
Yeah, they have metal things you can put on there.
Yeah.
You probably do that with that. But anyways, it's good.
You know,
It's not Taj Mahal, right?
Oh, it's not Taj Mahal.
And this is nice. You got doors now.
What?
No. A walk-in shower you got.
Yeah, and if you're too fat, you can't shower.
Great. So when you're sleeping, you can see right outside here. Well, place, eh? You put these things on.
Hard to see.
Light off. That's about it. Rechargeable? Those ones?
Yeah, all the ones in this green.
Oh,
But that means it's charged.
Oh, I did that.
Stays on.
condiments.
It's like a night light when that night, if you leave the power on.
Yeah.
Any condiment kits for anything?
Condoms.
You might get 100 grand, 150,
125.
125 altogether.
With vehicles and everything.
Oh, really?
And how much do we get?
Nothing.
Come on!
Hey, for that kind of money, you should be able to hire somebody to collect.
I don't want to get strong arm anybody.
Do you want some money or you want a strong arm?
I don't want to strong arm anybody.
How are you getting 125,000?
From Wayne and Shania.
Oh, what do you think you're getting from Wayne? In this fantasy?
What, 40?
140?
40?
40.
Or were you getting the other 80,000?
So much other people own.
Oh,
I can't
fuck.
quite remember. I got it written down at home.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and if you sell the vehicles,
27.
27.
Yeah.
We're up to 60. That's not bad. You had a lot of enjoyment though.
It was
For
fun,
that.
yeah.
It's probably worth it.
I'm attracted to her, so
Yeah.
I like looking at her.
there you go.
How much does a guy spend on a wife?
Million?
Millions.
Millions.
you got away cheap.
Yeah, be all the same.
That's strange why it works like that. Must be the law of thermodynamics.
And what about a solar heater? Do you believe in solar heaters?
Yeah, but they're all the same idea. Like they work, store some energy, but it gets dispelled.
Well, they don't,
It's not constant.
They don't store it. But
Yeah, well, then you just store it in the water. You talk about those pipes on the roof?
no,
Oh, something different?
just pipes in like a 4x4 box, and you have pipes going through it. Some use pop cans, but you can just use piping back and forth. Metal, of course.
Yeah.
Paint
And
it black, of course.
Freezing water.
Expose that to the
So the
sun.
lens over it, glass,
Yeah.
and then it just heats. And you got the fan blowing through, and the sun heats it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did that on roofs quite often.
Yeah.
You ever
So
seen
you'll
that?
have the
Black pipe. Yeah.
Black pipe?
normal temperature going in, but then you have the other vent blowing into, say, the greenhouse.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah. Right.
Well, it definitely works.
Yeah.
You're just extracting the sunlight, heat from the
Yeah.
sun into your water, and
Oh,
then
yeah, no
you
water,
run into the.
just air, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
or just
But you
air.
can't do
A lot of them.
well, do it with water for the shower.
I've seen some that are water.
Yeah.
On your roof.
Yeah, you do it with glycol, whatever it is. Yeah.
Glycol.
Did that glycol freeze?
That's why they use glycol. It doesn't freeze.
Yeah,
It's
maybe that's
antifreeze.
because you think you wouldn't drain that every fucking fall and fill it up again.
Yeah, you don't have to change them. It doesn't freeze. It's just.
So then your water sits, becomes a heat exchanger somewhere, and your
Yeah.
water just sits around the heat exchanger.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
you can just run it
Yeah,
into your
use glycol.
the space you want and put a fan on. It'll extract that heat off your water
Yeah.
pipe and it'll go back outside. But the heat will stay in the room, right?
No, but how's it
That's your
heat?
heat exchanger
Yeah, but how you heat water with that?
from the sunlight.
Yeah.
So you put all those loops on
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
on the roof,
Mhm.
or
Which
on-
are full of glycol.
yeah. And then
Well, how does
glycol-
that glycol heat the water?
There's no water to heat. You're taking the heat from the glycol. So the glycol by convection it'll go to a colder spot, right?
Yeah, for heating.
And then you
Yeah,
blow.
for heating, but if you want to heat water with it,
Just use a black hose.
you'd
with
have
water.
to run a coil through a tub of water or something. If you want to use glycol in that application to heat water,
I don't know how much heat you get out of it.
yeah,
but
no
it would
problem.
work
not.
the same.
No, no,
You're
just
better
use-
off just to run water
Just
through
use water
that pipe.
for showering.
Yeah, you just run water through that pipe.
But that water can get
Oh yeah, scalding hot.
scalding hot off
Yeah.
the roof. So yeah, if you ran it on a heat
Yeah.
exchanger or something, it would probably
Yeah, it might heat
you might
water.
get some hot water out of it.
No, I think it's better to heat the water though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think so
probably,
too.
yeah.
I'm just saying in theory,
Yeah.
you should get some, but you're
I was
probably
saying
better
if you
off.
want to use it in the wintertime too, because you can't run water on the roof in the wintertime.
No.
But you got that going enough anyway, so you can heat water. In the summertime, you won't have the wood
But
stove.
in his
Yeah.
greenhouse, he might be able to run some lines in glycol and get some heat in here out of that.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
It's just the sun's gonna store heat
Yeah, but now
into-
just open the window.
or that. But
Yeah. Yeah. Open the
just
window.
different ideas. If you want
Yeah,
to,
yeah.
if you wanted to heat some glycol and run it through your.
Well, I was
radiator,
thinking the solar heaters would help too.
But that's all they are, is what we just said. Just
Yeah.
a coil of pipe.
Yeah, but I do. Yeah, just with air though.
But you'd have to have a coil of pipe out there and in here. Yeah, because you need to concentrate that heat somehow, and then blow
For
it
hot air,
through
you mean,
something.
or
Yeah,
for water?
for either or.
Well, hot
Either.
air you don't, because it
Yeah.
just goes in one end of the pipe.
Oh,
circle
if
back
it's
and forth,
opened up.
I'm just saying to
Yeah,
heat
yeah,
the
yeah.
room a little bit.
and then blow in.
Yeah, but if it's glycol, it can't do that.
No, I
Yeah.
wouldn't do glycol.
Exactly. You'd have to have a fan blowing over a coil to get the heat coming off.
Is that what you're saying? It blows the air. The fan blows the air through the pipe and
Yeah.
pushes it out.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you just let it come into the room and then you blow air onto the pipe and then
Yeah.
extract.
No, no.
Yeah, that's what
not
I'm
these
saying.
ones.
You'd have to have
yeah.
a coil inside. So
Yeah,
that
there's a coil
have a
inside
mass
the
that you
box,
blow through.
and then you got
Yeah.
just the air on one end
Yep.
and air out the other end.
Yeah, exactly.
But even there, you think you blow in the bottom, blows out the top.
It is the same thing. As once you evacuate that space of warm air, it
Yeah.
has to take time to heat up.
Yeah, you'd have
True,
to.
but it heats a lot
Yeah.
quicker.
Yeah, and if you don't have a big volume of air coming in, then it might keep up the heat.
So you could probably have that on a thermostat, like a damper that closes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do actually. Like when it gets temperature, the fan kicks on. When it drops
Yeah.
so many degrees, the fan shuts off.
And then it allows it to heat up again.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's how it works. Probably help.
Well, every
It
little
would
bit
probably
helps,
help
right?
with this because it's small space.
Yeah,
Like a proper big house, it wouldn't do much of anything. But
yeah, and like you say, the tricky part is to get everything kind of heated the same.
That's
That's
like
the
a lot
tricky
of,
part
like I've
of a
heard,
place
like
like this.
people that go off grid, they have to have the time to maintain all these different ideas. They all work a little bit to a
Yeah.
certain degree.
Yeah.
But you need to have the time to look after them.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
that's why the simpler system's better, I think.
Yeah. Well,
Simplest
the
is
one
Ship to break.
that has less maintenance. Yeah.
Simplest is that, wood stove.
Yeah, looks good for me.
Just put one in each room.
Good. A lot of people put one in the greenhouse, but why you want a wood stove in there?
Yeah.
You gotta manage that.
A lot of people don't grow anything in the winter.
No. But I wouldn't so much grow in the winter, but extend the season, say a month at beginning, a month at the end.
Yeah, that's what they
That'll
do.
help, yeah.
The same with the greenhouses in
Like
town.
January, February,
Yeah.
you shut her down, but I mean,
Yeah, definitely in the cold
Actually,
months,
in,
you'd have to have heat in there.
A lot of them, they, like most greenhouse, they start in January. They got propane heaters
exactly.
because they want to have everything ready by Mother's Day.
Yeah.
So a greenhouse is just basically a artificial atmosphere.
Yeah, you control the
Yeah.
atmosphere. Yeah.
Yeah.
But greenhouse gets a lot of the heat from the sun.
Yes, just like an atmosphere.
Yeah.
Around there.
Yeah.
But in the wintertime, of course, you're gonna have to add heat.
Exactly. Yeah.
On
I don't
some
think
day-
you
most
wouldn't have a
days,
way
yeah.
around it. The only way you'd have around it is if you drilled a 100-foot hole down.
But on a sunny day in
But
the
even-
winter,
yeah,
you
yeah,
get
right.
all the same heat you get in the summer.
Okay.
On a sunny day in the winter, you
Yeah.
get the same heat as in the summer.
Yeah, yeah, especially if you got it.
Same
to
with solar
something to
panels, you
filter
might
through.
think, well, it's 30 below, you get less solar, but you don't.
Yeah,
Well, that's
all the same.
electricity flowing. That's different.
yeah.
It should actually even flow a little better when it's cold
Yeah,
because there's no heat, not as much heat
Yeah,
loss.
but yeah, as long as it's sunny, you guys good.
Yeah, that's the trick, yeah. But you need to grow, it makes some sort of, because it's always sunny, all the time. You need to
Wow.
have a device that you can point from
Hard-
down here and keep the
hard to
clouds
sun.
away from
Yeah.
there. Keep the, a nice channel for it to come
Or
to
a
your
bigger
solar
array,
panel.
because even when it's cloudy, you can still get like 10, 20 watts on
Yeah.
the system.
Well, you think
So if
they
you had
should-
like
yeah.
50 panels, you'd have enough all the time.
Yeah, you
because
think that
just
they
as-
should
there's
get
so
it
many
just
panels.
out of the air, right? But they work probably optimally on a nice sunny day, of course, but
They're
they still
trying.
do extract some
Yeah.
from daylight. Because there's still sunlight, it's just filtered through the clouds a bit.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well,
That's
the thing,
interesting to check it all out, though.
Yeah. Well,
and then
yeah.
you also get the chance to experiment with it.
Yeah.
It's not just all theory on the reading it.
Yeah, I don't got the woman ragging on me. What are you doing? Put it on there for?
Why is it so cold in this room?
Yeah.
You'll have that if you get unless you get a bushwoman.
Yeah, bushwoman.
I watched a couple on YouTube, or one anyways on YouTube, where she was very like-minded to him. They both wear sweaters.
Those
and-
Mennonite women, they're educated to grade 7, then they're taught how to cook and clean.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
I'd
true,
stop,
though.
'cause I know, but they're probably taught to cook and clean even before they're
Well,
7.
before,
Yeah.
yeah.
And after.
Come on, you guys. Let's see Robin do it.
I'll try it. I don't want to try it here though, because if I don't make it, I'm gonna fall in the water.
We'll do it from this end, because then you'll be in the shallow.
Forget about the alligators
I gotta film it. Rob can do it.
I can.
If Rob can do it, if Rob does it, I have to do it because he's the older brother.
Well, he's gonna do it. Oh, my hands fell off.
He's gonna make it.
First, Mr. Arthritis.
He made her. Oh, well, close.
Go to that one.
Okay, if Robin did it, I gotta do it.
You might do it.
That's hurt on my shoulder.
Yeah. See?
Don't say that. Oh, I just about slipped that time.
Do it. One more. Nice.
He did it.
I'll come up and over here.
I'm doing it, Jake, because my brothers here think that my roof's gonna cave in.
In the middle, not on the edge. That's easy there.
Constructive criticism.
We can both jig on it. I'm not gonna go underneath. But you
No way this is gonna break from a little bit of snow.
Concern, you just put another beam across there, or right in the middle or something.
Yeah.
I think it's 10 feet on 2x6. You gotta have another beam. I'm pretty sure it's 10 feet.
There's all sorts of code
Yeah. Because when I did Brenda's, I looked it up. Hers is 12 feet. I put
isn't a deck,
support at 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, but same idea though.
This is a roof.
Yeah, but it's the same